It looked like some like astronaut. I feel like I'm eating cardboard here.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. So we've all heard of Trader Joe's, right? Well, we shop there every once in a while, but what we've never done is tried out their frozen food section.
So we decided to finally check it out. And of course, the first thing we had to try was Asian food. So that's what we're going to be eating today.
So to start things off, we have the scallion pancakes, which is a very common Korean appetizer. We love getting these from Korean restaurants. So hopefully this has the same kind of chewy texture on the inside, but yet it's also crispy on the outside.
I'm quite excited to eat this. You know I love eating this at the restaurants.
Yeah, and it's actually made pretty well. It's quite crispy.
It's definitely crispy. Mine is.
Lots of that scallion flavor, a lot of that kind of like oily fried flavor too. I feel like there's not enough bites with just like purely dough in it. Like purely the pancake batter. Because at the restaurants, I feel like you get like big chunky pieces of scallion that honestly, sometimes I just pick them out. This is kind of like small pieces, all sliced up, thrown in there. So it's like in every bite, you can't really pick out like just the dough to eat.
I don't really have much critique about this. Crispy. It does taste doughy, the part that's like more in the center.
Oh, maybe I haven't gotten to it yet.
You're still gonna get scallion in it, but it's just like the center is where it's chewier.
This would be a great snack, like a midnight snack if I'm craving it. I would say this is a 9.5.
Yeah, I'm giving it the same score, 9.5.
So far, so good. Off to a great start here.
And who doesn't love a good pad thai?
Hot, hot.
So my first impression of the pad thai is that it smells very good, but the portion looks very small.
Yeah, and a chunk of this is just bean sprouts, which you're not a fan of. So this will be fun to eat. So it is just a vegetarian one, so there's tofu in it, but there's no meat of any sort. Also, is this all scallion? That's a lot of scallions too, I think.
The noodles look kind of soggy. So in fairness, the noodles look soggy, but they don't taste that soggy.
They're a bit soggy.
And it's a fair bit sour. Which I guess pad thai is supposed to be sour.
It's supposed to be, yeah. So eating it, it definitely does taste like pad thai. Not like great pad thai, but at least they're not like completely off with what kind of flavor this is.
Well, the bean sprouts don't taste good at all.
They're okay, I think.
You think so? Really?
Yeah.
It tastes like really like mushy bean sprout. Like the type of bean sprout that is like leftover bean sprouts that's like 2 days old and then you heat it and then you eat it. That's what it tastes like.
Honestly, to me, this is not bad for something that is really easy to make. In terms of a rating, I guess it's kind of like a 6.5 out of 10.
It smells better than it tastes. And I would give this a 4.
So this stir-fried garlicky cabbage has been so hyped up all over social media, and we're finally getting around to trying it. Hopefully this lives up to the hype. The cabbage, I was actually surprised that it's like kind of chunky pieces of cabbage. I don't know why I expected it to be more shredded.
I wasn't surprised by the shape of the cabbage. And I think this actually smells pretty amazing.
It tastes really good. I have to say that, yes, people were right about this. It is good.
You know, I thought the cabbage was gonna be mushy, and going into it, I actually didn't mind because I don't mind mushy vegetables, but it's not mushy, right?
It's not. It's perfect. Wow. I already know that I'll be repurchasing this. I really like it. Hopefully it's a permanent item at Trader Joe's.
There's a very nice garlic flavor.
I don't really have much more to say other than this. It's just really good. Maybe not like restaurant quality. Like if you're eating this fresh at a restaurant, maybe this doesn't taste like to that level. But I could imagine if you got takeout from a restaurant, it would probably taste something similar to this. So I think that is pretty darn good. I kind of wish we bought more boxes.
We could buy more when we go back next time.
Yeah, because this is also not a really big portion. I feel like if I wanted to, I could just scarf this down right away.
Yeah, the portion is not that big, but at least the quality is there.
I think this is meant to be more of like a side dish, or at the very least, you need a bowl of rice to eat with this.
Yeah.
So that could make it much more filling. I don't think there's any surprises here when I'm going to rate it, right? Do you guys have a guess? Do you have a guess?
I don't know what you're rating it.
10 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
Are you serious? You think this is a 10?
This is really good.
It tastes very good, but I don't think it's 10 good. It's an 8.5. It's
Tough crowd.
It's too simple to be a 10. It's basically just cabbage. Of course, we had to have a rice dish in this video, so here we picked up this Korean-inspired bulgogi beef fried rice with kimchi. This looks so sad, but I don't know why I was expecting anything more. I guess because it's Trader Joe's, but yeah, like the beef, when we first poured it out, it looked like some like astronaut beef.
It was like freeze-dried beef. It was like all white, kind of like jerky-like. It looks a little bit better now that it's cooked.
It looks a lot better now. It looks like actual beef.
But it still doesn't really remind me of bulgogi.
No, not at all. Because bulgogi's kind of like little
charred a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, and it's like little, almost like minced pieces, right?
Yeah.
And there's like some string beans in here, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I've ever really seen in like Korean fried rice. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong though. I don't even feel like they really have much string beans in their cuisine in general.
And the dish itself just looks very wet. Like when I think of fried rice, I don't think of wetness, right?
This is not super awful, but it's not great.
I'm gonna try some of the beef.
Beef kind of does taste like
beef.
Bulgogi, like the marinade is kind of passable.
It's a little sweet, right? Like how bulgogi is sweet. Okay, I have to admit, this tastes a lot better than what I was expecting. It still doesn't taste great, but I was expecting this to be like
down
awful.
in the dumps.
Yeah, but this is kind of mediocre.
A little less than mediocre.
A little less than mediocre. I would give this a mediocre.
The smaller pieces of beef are much better than the bigger pieces. I just had this big piece and it's so dry, and it's like the flavor didn't like seep through to the inside of it. I feel like it's not enough kimchi flavor though. It's like barely there. I don't think I would get this again. I would say this is like a 4.5 for me.
This is a 5 for me.
The pancake was definitely much better than this.
Oh yeah.
And lastly, we have this beef soup. So if you're familiar with this Vietnamese noodle soup, then you probably know that it takes hours and hours of effort to get the soup ready. So hopefully this tastes good and it'll be an easy go-to when we're craving pho. So I would love to say that we're going to end on a high note, but I do not have very high hopes for this. It just looks sad. Like, it smells pretty good, but the noodles are all like broken up little pieces. This is also a very, very small bowl of pho. I feel like when you get it at the restaurant, it's like 3 times the size. Oh, also the pieces of beef are tiny too. Yeah, don't have really high hopes for this, but I would love to be proven wrong about this.
Yeah, my initial impression of this is just the fried rice was awful. This is like awful times 10.
It smells better than it tastes. I feel like the noodles are just so bad.
The noodles taste so bland. There's no flavor in the noodle whatsoever.
Yeah.
The texture of the noodles, I'm actually a little bit surprised. It's not just mush. At least the bite
But it's
that I
not
had.
great.
But it's not great either, yeah.
The beef is so dry.
And it seems like there's only one type of beef too. Like when you get pho at restaurants, many times there'll be like multiple cuts of beef.
I wasn't expecting them to have multiple cuts of beef in this, but I expected what they did have to be like more flavorful. I thought the beef in the bulgogi kimchi fried rice was bad. This is like so much worse.
It's like night and day, right? The one in the kimchi fried rice actually was a little bit sweet. There was some flavor to it. This, I feel like I'm eating cardboard here.
Yes, I should try a bit of the soup. Wow, the soup doesn't have much flavor either. When you usually drink the soup in pho, it's like so rich. There's like such a deep beef flavor to it. This is just like slightly seasoned water.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so bland because the soup is
It's a really dark color.
Yeah, yeah. And it also smells really good. They must have just put like a whole lot of cilantro or something in it to make it smell good.
Oh, this is so very bad.
Yeah.
I have no words. They should stop selling this. Like, just discontinue it. This is so awful. I would give this a 1. It's that bad.
0. So I hope you enjoyed our little Trader Joe's tasting session. There were definitely some items that were fantastic, and then while others were disgusting.
Yeah, we basically have the entire spectrum of scores covered in this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do leave this video a thumbs up if you did. Let us know in the comments down below if there's anything you recommend us trying out from Trader Joe's. And do consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already. And until next time, bye!
Bye!